Hi, my name is Gavin. I'm an astrophotographer from Dundee, and today I'll show you how to take pictures of the stars with a camera. So to shoot the stars, what you'll need is something like this, a DSLR, preferably something that's got high ISO capabilities, as you'll be working in dark environments. So what I'll do now is I'll show you the settings that you might be able to use to get those constellations and stars. So the first thing you want to do is set your image quality to RAW. And that just allows you better control over the picture when you're editing it. The next thing you'll want to do is change your shutter speed, ISO and f-stop, or your aperture, and we'll do this here. So you want something at least of between maybe about 10 seconds or longer, depending if you want to get star trails as well. And for your aperture, you want to get it as wide as possible to let as much light through the lens as you can, and you want your ISO as high as between maybe about 1000 to 3200, or higher if your camera can go maybe up to 6400 as well. And then from there you set your lens. For your lens settings, you'd preferably want maybe the widest possible, about a 14mm lens. Here I've got a 28 to 80 lens, which is nice and wide, but I'd like to maybe go a bit wider on that one as well. In terms of your focus settings, I prefer to go manual on that one and put it to infinity and just bring it back maybe by about a couple millimeters, and that gets everything nice and in focus. You really want the darkest skies possible, and that way you can get the camera settings right and get the most out of the stars as well. You'll notice when you go out of towns, mainly towns, anything with light pollution, that kind of whites out the sky really. So places to look for, maybe things online, away from cities preferably, unless you want to give yourself a bit more of a challenge. Otherwise, forests, mountains, really insane landscapes as well, just gives you a nice bit of scenery. The thing to use would be Google Sky Maps, which is available, I know, for Android at least, iOS possibly, and that just gives you a nice sort of idea of where to look in the sky for certain constellations, planets, and other things that you might want to have a nosy at.